All right, guys. Welcome back to Ars Archive Podcast. I'm one of your archivers, Jeff.
I'm Madison.
And I'm Michael.
And today we are recording our season finale.
It's actually crazy. Season 1 at the wrap. That's crazy, guys.
Yep. As you guys have noticed, we are back at our original space. And why are we doing that?
We're gonna have the full circle moment and, remembering where our roots are. I think that's important.
Yeah, remember where we started. Because we've gone a long way in season 1.
Yeah, we really have.
Really have. But I'm super excited for today's episode. As you guys can tell, we have one of our sponsors, Martini Mates, and we're going to be having a good time and just talking about the past season.
Yeah.
Our highlights, best moments, favorite moments, and everybody that was part of this process.
Be warned.
You guys ready?
It may not be pretty.
If you find the skeletons in the closet, it's not on me, Michael. You're the one who hid them.
Not it. Not it.
Okay, bitch, let's go.
All right. So how has, for everyone, all of us, how's it been? I mean, 12 episodes in, each season, 12 episodes, and right now we're recording that final one.
Yeah.
But how's the process been for you guys?
Ladies first.
Oh, okay. Honestly, it's been a really fun process this entire time. Just learning about everybody that we've had as a guest and stuff like that, and just working together with, obviously, our team has really been, for me, really special. So I'm looking forward to more projects and all of that. Just a lot of really great teachable moments just with every single guest, I think. So yeah, what about you, Michael?
I couldn't agree more. I have to say that the thing that just really surprised me out of all of it is that no matter who the guest was, I walked away with something. And there was a few guests, I won't lie, where I was maybe in the dark resources of my mind thinking, okay, what am I going to get out of this one? But undoubtedly, every single guest I walked away with something.
Yeah. I think for me, it's very similar to, I love the conversations we've had with everyone. And we've had a wide range of different topics and different artists who have been able to provide different types of insight in our industry. And I'm extremely appreciative to everybody who's been willing to be our guests and have conversations with us.
Willing, and every single guest just went above and beyond with telling their stories and going really, really deep, honestly, with each story.
They got personal.
Yeah.
Oh, they got personal.
They got personal. Part of our branding is real talk.
Right.
And in reviewing the content for some of the stuff that we were doing for this episode, it was very, I remember that.
Right, yeah.
A lot of, I didn't remember that. Because it has been a while since we recorded them.
Yeah.
And then going back and doing the research for this show, watching it, it's just been amazing.
Yep. What has been each of your guys' favorite moments this season? Whether it's from recording or honestly off camera when we're just prepping, or even just an event that we're covering.
This one right here wanted to know why you just stole my question that you know is in that hat.
Oh,
my man, I'm just spitballing here.
Okay.
We're going to reserve that. No pause. Don't answer that
for later.
You know that's in there. You just stole my question.
Yeah, you're right.
Which means if you get the get out of jail free card, you have to give it to me.
Oh, okay. We have deals on the table. How about we explain to everyone what we're doing today?
No, right? That might help. So
wait a minute, I didn't hear a yes.
Yes. I can do that.
Continuing, Madison, you were saying?
Yeah, so basically today, guys, we have all of the questions from all of our past guests this season. And what we're going to do is we are going to make it a little fun and draw them out of a hat, and then we will answer them today. So, yeah. So, shall we get started, guys?
Let's get started. Who wants to start first? We should rock, paper, scissors this.
Okay.
This is actually kind of fun.
Right.
Wait. Hold on. How are we doing this? We're doing winner takes all three.
Okay.
Y'all do it
Paper,
first.
scissors.
I said let's go all at once, and whoever wins decides who goes first.
Yeah. Winner take all.
So 1, 2, shoot. All right.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, shoot. Well, not me.
Ready?
Bring it.
Rock,
One.
paper, scissors. Let's go.
For the listeners, Madison just kind of messed that up.
Let's do it again.
Oh no.
You want me to go?
Oh, no, I already did mine. The scissors up. So
I'll go first. Out of the hat.
yeah,
I
that's
want to.
right. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm a little nervous, guys. When Michael was prepping this, he was being hella suspicious, just saying.
Yeah. Michael typed out the questions. And
You know,
there's a
to
grid.
have my good name sullied in such a way.
All right, guys. Our first question is from Kato. Are you still going?
Kato was episode 3.
Episode 3, yeah. Am I still going? I'm here, so absolutely. But in all honesty, yes, I definitely am still going. Just have to keep going back to the roots. Honestly, I've been drawing a lot more lately, so we're still going. We're going good.
Yeah.
We're here. We're at the season finale. We're still going for sure.
So let me ask you guys just a quick off the. Have you? Well, I know, maybe not you because you are so busy. But have you caught yourself maybe doing a little bit more creatively, just being inspired?
I don't think you want to ask me that question when all I do is consume content and create content.
I mean, having the guests that just sort of inspired you, I mean, they really have me. And you know, I do not draw. I am a horrible artist. I know I am. Okay, but I've actually been upstairs and I'm, in the cave drawing. Just because of our guests. So I'll throw that out there. So thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah. No, they are really all inspiring in their own ways and stuff like that. I feel like, I think for me, it's not necessarily drawing. It's like reevaluating, like, what am I doing? That's more that for me. It's just kind of evaluating, like, I'm hearing all of these other creatives who are all, like, remarkably successful and stuff like that. And, like you kind of look at your own practice and you're like, what can I learn from these people?
So there has been. So
Absolutely. Every single episode. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that 100%. This whole process, talking to every single person, it's kind of like it's made me reevaluate. Like, dang, we are all doing really great stuff. And
it's making you look inward a little bit. Maybe do some things that you don't do, that, or at least for me, that I don't really do, that maybe I know that I should do, in that case drawing and that kind of stuff. So yeah, anyway, I'm sorry, got us
that's
way
good.
off track.
That's great.
These are the moments we love on the podcast, right?
All right.
I will say this, just a final note.
Whatever, just draw.
Anyways, I have been inspired to create more ever since we started all this.
So you too.
Focus on my own work.
Cool. So
Is that
really guess?
okay? So I'm drawing my question.
Which is
Episode 6 with Russia and Sean, the gallery.
9 Gallery,
9, the gallery.
our lovely sponsor.
And the question was,
Oh,
Right.
darn! I messed that up. Looks like you're gonna draw again. Because they answered 2 questions. So when I typed it up, I did it in 3 ways. So it looks like you're just gonna draw again.
okay, I don't know how this is going to play out.
Oops.
Was it an accident? We'll never know.
I got the get out of jail free card.
Oh,
The Violet Louise Bouvier get out of jail free pass. You don't have to answer any questions because you are Bouvier level. Congratulations, you have arrived. You unworthy peasant.
First of all, that goes to Michael, right?
A Bouvier doesn't answer to anyone. Now go buy a cookie. So prior agreement, Michael. This goes to Michael.
Here you go. Here you go.
No, go.
Nice.
No, because Michael just got to get out of jail. Or do you want to use it now or later? Oh, you got to.
Well, no, that's fine.
You want to do it?
So does that mean that I have to draw your thing now?
Actually,
Since you couldn't use that one, technically you have to go again.
Okay, fine. Here I am drawing 3. in my first go.
And that, so you know, is the skillful art of negotiation.
Episode 3 with Alberto Devon. I actually think Cato was episode 4. We're forgetting our
we're in the
opening.
show.
Yeah. So what is your why? Ooh, what is my why?
Currently.
Currently, that's a tough.
Poverty is not an answer.
Yeah, right. My why for doing, I'll give different ranges of questions. My why for doing what I do is because honestly, failure is not an option for me. I've put all into my own business, my own creativity, my own artwork, and even the podcast. So my why is that I have to make this work and there is no other option. And quite honestly, I've put everything I've had into doing what I love. Because I can't do a 9 to 5. I just can't do it. Like, I've tried. 3 months in, I get bored and I just feel like I'm a cog in the machine. What's the term? Another cog in the machine. And I just lose passion. So I had to leave that to just no plan B. Just left and start everything on my own, and that is my why. Like, there is no alternative option. There's only me. I have to make my success my success. I think there's a lot more to this question for me, but that's a great way to sum them up because I truly don't have much of an alternative because of my history. And that's probably a topic we're going to cover later on in the future.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I am an artist and creative, and that is my why. I can't not do this.
Okay. Hi. Do you want to use your jail right now?
No, I'll
Save you
use it
for the
when
right
there's a
time.
question I don't want to answer.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so everyone knows I don't like talking about myself. Oh, thank God.
So, tell us the question, who it's from.
Okay, no, this is one of the off ones. Of all the art featured by Nine the Gallery, what was your favorite? Mine, hands down, was the Statue of Liberty.
In
That we
episode?
did. It
no.
was no, it's not in Christian's episodes. If you look in the
Sponsorship shot.
the sponsorship shots, it is in there, and by far that is my favorite piece.
That is a wonderful piece. That is so detailed.
By far, absolutely.
Oh, wow. All right, my turn again, y'all. Okay.
Did you only put one of these in the freezer?
There's 2.
Oh, good.
Okay, of all the events, both in front of the camera and behind, what was your most memorable or what jumps to mind immediately? Choose your words wisely. So, the first one that comes to mind. Okay, so honestly, it's like, for me, one of our most initial meetings, and honestly, Michael, one of the like biggest moments for me is like after I made the zine, our branding zine, you hugged me. That is one of the most memorable moments for me of this past season, is that one. Because you just were like, yeah, because like, honestly, I get really nervous sometimes to present things to people, so I'm like, okay, here it is. I have no idea what's about to happen. I like it. That doesn't mean anybody else does. And you were just speechless. And that moment, I was like, I did good. I'm going, I'm good. But that was also the moment that I really knew. I was like, okay, these, like, we're really connecting. It's like at this moment. I remember even doing it, and I was like, yeah, this is going to be it. So that's probably one of the most memorable moments off camera for me, is that one.
Okay.
I love that. Yeah.
That was a great moment. Core memory.
Core memory.
Wow.
Michael's a little speechless when I was like, oh.
It just,
Positive energy.
I'm a sensitive girl, what can I say?
But no, I do love those moments with our interactions off camera. We do get along really well, and we've built a really solid relationship, and we've had multiple guests even just point that out.
Yeah. What is your moment?
I didn't draw that. Let's get it. I'll answer it. I'll answer. Oh, favorite moment? Oh, I have to think about this because it has been a very good process this whole time.
It's hard to choose one.
It's hard to choose one. It really is. I think one that stands out to me is when at 9 the Gallery, when Shauna and Russ, there's two actually, I'm going to pinpoint two. When Shauna and Russ gave us that piece of art, gave us the piece of art from 9 the Gallery. And honestly, for me, I was just kind of speechless because I was expecting that, you know? And we're here trying to promote the artists and everything that we're doing, the creative, and have another artist within another organization group, 9 the Gallery, we love them, Sean and Russ, but have them also understand what we're doing and want to support, that was huge.
I'm seeing the vision.
Yeah, they see the vision.
Yeah.
So I think that was one of my favorite moments because it was like a,
Wow.
yeah.
A wow moment.
A wow moment. And then this is just a random thing. I loved Orlando's episode because we were just laughing and cackling the whole time. Just randomness. It didn't even feel like we were doing a podcast recording anymore. We were just all sitting there just talking and having fun.
It was a goofy time.
Yeah.
Every time me and Orlando have a goofy time.
ASR moments.
That was fantastic. Michael, you know you're gonna have to. No. Michael's got to answer it now.
Oh yeah.
Now it's a full circle.
Yeah.
My Jesus H Christ moment for off camera was the birthdays.
Oh yes.
The birthdays. And for everyone who does not, and you're probably going, what the hell? Madison's birthday is December the 12th.
Yes.
Jeff's is January the 1st, and mine is February the 2nd.
They all use really similar digits.
So. And when I realized that, it was just kind of like a wow. Okay, I don't know the first thing about numerology, but that's got to mean something.
Yeah, that does not happen.
It's like consecutive numbers.
It has
which is
to.
interesting.
Yeah, 12, 12, 1, 1, 2, 2. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
A little weird.
So that,
Yeah.
I would say that was
I would say cheers to that. Cheers to that one.
That was a great moment.
okay. Power through.
I remember your face starting down. I was like, what?
Mm-hmm. And y'all didn't catch it.
Yeah, it took
Y'all
me a
didn't
sec.
catch it. And I'm just sitting there going,
Wait.
you know. So yeah. Okay, go.
It's your turn.
It's your turn.
It's your turn.
It's yours.
Oh, it's me.
Nice try.
I try, guys.
Slippery bitch. Just can't trust nobody these days.
Mine is from episode 11 with Sticky. STKY, Declan. Is there a deeper meaning to your art? Honestly, I would say majority of the time there isn't. Only because I am more of a storyteller in my art. So I just like telling the stories of the moment. I don't necessarily create art to speak on something specific. And there's also a general theme to my art, as you guys have pointed out. But
I'm looking at them right now. Anyway.
I know, right? But yeah, honestly, I can say no. Like, I love art, I love meaning in art, but for me, I just create in the moment and whatever story is there to be captured.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And maybe the deeper meaning in my art is to stay in the present. Tell stories.
That's a good one.
See? That's how you kind of BS it a little bit. There is something there. Just kidding.
Hey,
Just kidding.
that's something all artists need to learn. Was just like, oh, you meant that. Yeah, exactly.
Who was it that we had a conversation with where they're just like, sometimes people will put more meaning into your art than intended, and we're like, yeah, we'll go with that. What you said, that's what I was going with.
I've had too many moments like that is the problem.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
As he said, he's the goat, right? Uh-huh.
Capricorn. I'm a fish goat. All right, Michael, you ready?
Okay, fish goat. All right. Okay, Jan, sure. Oh, God, please don't be, please don't be his.
He's praying. Read it aloud.
Oh, okay. So mine is from episode 8, The Beautiful and Lovely, Erica St. Louis. What do you love and what is your inspiration?
Oh.
That's a good one.
What do I love?
Martini Mates.
Right, seriously. Martini Mates and Botox. You all right, heart attack? What do I love? What do I love? For me, what I love is being the example that I never had. And that is what I love to do, because there are so many people out there that are like me that just they march to the beat of their own drum and they don't quite always fit in everywhere all the time in every situation and that's that's what I love, and it's taken me years to learn to love that about myself.
Yeah.
And what inspires me is doing things like this and reaching out to others and just letting them know, hey, you know what? It's okay to march to the beat of your own drum. Fuck them if they can't hear the music.
Yes.
So there's your answer. Okay,
Like
I
that
did
a
it.
lot.
That's good. Welcome if they don't get it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's not for you.
It's
not for you, yes.
not for you.
That's what I say all the time. It's not for you.
It's just not for you.
Uh-huh.
You know, and it takes a minute to get there. It really, really does. It certainly took me a minute to get there. So if my journey can help somebody else, then, that's what I love, and that's what inspires me to do what I do.
Is that a big part of why you're doing this as well?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right?
Absolutely. A lot of people get to their mid-20s and they sort of go, what's next? And we'll talk about it later with Act 2. So, if I can take that few years of doing this and that along the way, and little blah, 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 and teach others with it and learn from what they bring, then, yeah, that's totally it for me. All right, moving on.
Wow.
I hate talking about myself. God.
It was so good.
It was good, yeah.
Why you gotta be that way?
The Artist Archive podcast is proudly sponsored by 9 The Gallery, the source of the stunning artwork featured in our episodes.
Specializing in investment-worthy art from Arizona artists, 9 The Gallery transforms space with locally sourced art.
By connecting businesses and collectors with exceptional artwork, they elevate the environments and the creative community. Connect with them on social media at 9 The Gallery and at 9thegallery.com.
And now back to our episode.
Because I'm a terrible liar about stuff like that. So if
So you're lying normally?
well, that kind of stuff. No, bullshit I can lie about. But that kind of stuff I can't really lie about because I don't know how.
Yes.
I mean, I can tell anybody that they are beautiful and they are the ends of the earth and blah, 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 and not mean it at all in any way, shape, or form.
He's hard to get skin.
Every baby is beautiful, even the ugly ones. But stuff like that, I don't know how to lie about.
So don't invite Michael to baby showers, birthdays. Got it. All right, guys. Let me open up this question. Oh boy. So I have Lion's question.
Ooh.
Oh,
If you were to sit down and audit yourself, what are the areas in life you are holding yourself back? What are ways you're letting fear and past experiences dictate where you are at now, and what is the next step? So we're gonna keep it to the creative process, y'all. We're not gonna go super far in because my life is a little a little everywhere.
I don't know if that's staying true to Lion's question.
Do we
I don't think it is either, dear. You know, at this table we speak truth, honesty, and full picture.
We go deep and we dive in.
All right.
We can't, we can't ask that of others if we're not willing to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
I missed the question. That's what I'm about to say. But okay, if I had to like audit my life right now, I don't know. I think I could be working a lot on like my family relationships and honestly getting back into what I want to do creatively. Speaking as who I am really as a person and how my career goes is that every artwork I do is a lot of how would I word this? It's a big part of me that I usually can't express very well verbally. I struggle a lot with verbalizing myself versus actually understanding others, which I hate, by the way. Okay, I don't like being an INFJ. It sucks, okay? All my fellow INFJs out there, I get you. I hate it too, okay? Contradiction life, we get it. But what I'm trying to say is that a lot of my artwork and stuff like that helps me process where I am at life and stuff like that. And the amount of concepts I have that need to be out so I can move on with certain areas would be good. Which honestly, so for one of them, I warn anyone who goes through my sketchbook because it's of time. So one of the concepts I'm really working on right now, which I will not say the title of, is a lot about pushing someone to the worst parts of yourself and basically stripping someone of their empathy because they're constantly being pushed to that point. And when you get to that point, you turn into this person that only cares about surviving in the moment, and you believe you can take on anyone right now and it doesn't matter what happens. So that's in the works right now, and that is the next step, is getting that shot, because the drawings are done, the mood board is done, it needs to be put into production, which that day's gonna be a fun day because there's gonna be screaming involved, so I'm so excited for it. But yeah, if I could like audit my life right now, it's just really working on like a lot of like my family relationships just to make sure that's going, because that concept is very in my head right now for sure. So yeah, I'm a psycho. Who would have thought?
I'd say you're a psycho, but there's a lot to deal with, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. My life is very, very busy. I got 2 under, 5 and under, and that's a busy life. So yeah, it's a very, very busy life.
Girl, I could even imagine. I got 2 dogs. Still amazes me that they're alive.
He treats them so well. That was him.
Really does. All right.
Tyler and Oli are the best.
It is your turn.
I'm sip.
And I will say thank you for sharing all that, because that is a lot.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't ready for the concept. I'm just gonna say it.
My turn. Oh, we have J Vision's ChatGPT.
Pull out that phone.
So essentially what J Visions, he gave us not necessarily a question, but a challenge.
Yeah.
And the challenge was to use ChatGPT to go through our social media and basically explain our brand.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm going to do that right now. How do we do
help
that?
him. Did you go to chatgpt.com?
ChatGPT.com. I've never done this, by the way, so you guys will actually get...
Behind the curve.
You guys will get my actual reaction.
You know, these are really friggin' good.
Quick shout out to Martini Mates, because they are
Thanks,
phenomenal.
guys. These are wonderful.
Michael is having the lemon drop, which I haven't tried.
ChatGPT.
How does that go? Oh, refreshing lemon drop.
Yes, mate.
Good.
You could just type. And basically, what you're gonna ask ChatGPT is analyze and describe my brand based off my Instagram feed, and then you're going to grab the link of your profile from Instagram and drop it in there, and it'll analyze it. And sometimes it'll even give you little recommendations of like how to build the brand better.
and then I would just
go to Instagram.
Instagram for a screenshot, and then
You don't even have to screenshot. You literally can just copy your Instagram profile link, so we can look at a more comprehensive history.
AI is smart.
What? I'm sorry, I was listening. What?
Artists don't hate me that I don't know how to use it. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Don't hate me.
Oh, you know what? I did a thing with Chat GPT on politics, and I'll tell you off on camera. Mm-hmm. We're fucked.
Not here, not now. It's not that type of episode. I will dig into it.
So ChatGPT is searching the web.
Looking at his art, looking at the things he be doing.
All right, here. All right, I'm a little nervous, not gonna lie.
That's crazy. So
all right, based on your Instagram feed and portfolio, Jeff Auto Creative presents a dynamic and multifaceted brand that seamlessly blends art, fashion, and storytelling. Hey, that's what I was aiming for. Your work reflects a commitment to creativity, innovation, and celebration, positioning you as a versatile creative professional in the realms of photography, branding, and visual arts. Yeah, damn right. Visual aesthetics.
Get me off the fucking set.
Your Instagram feed showcases a rich tapestry of vibrant colors, dramatic lighting, and bold compositions. I have been told that my work is very colorful.
And I've been saying you're dramatic for years.
Yeah, facts. The use of high contrast imagery and stylized portraits creates a cinematic feel, drawing viewers into each narrative you craft. This visual style is consistent across your fashion editorials, conceptual art, and lifestyle photography, reinforcing your brand's identity as a storyteller who captures moments with depth and emotion. Artistic direction. Your projects such as Archangels and Fallen Angels and Felon Art Collection highlight your ability to merge realism with fantasy. These works explore themes of power, identity, and transformation, demonstrating your skills in conceptualizing and executing complex visual narratives. The incorporation of mixed media and traditional techniques further underscores your artistic versatility and commitment to pushing creative boundaries. Branding collaboration. Your collaborations with brands like Noah Collective, which is swimwear signature required, and Crochet illustrate your expertise in aligning visual content with brand identity. Community engagement. Your involvement in projects like AZ Foco and KCR's fashion show demonstrates your commitment to fostering community and collaboration within the creative industry, which is what we are focusing on now as well, right? Overall brand identity. Well, here's a big one. Jeff Auto Creative embodies a brand that is bold, innovative, and deeply connected to the art and fashion communities. Your work transcends traditional boundaries, offering a fresh perspective that challenges norms and inspires creativity. By continuing to blend artistic expression with strategic branding, you are well positioned to make a lasting impact in the creative industry. Cool.
I could not agree more. As someone who has known you for a decade, I could not agree more.
Thank you.
I got a little activity deviating from that.
Especially the whole dramatic part.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Emphasize.
Emphasize drama.
Little activity. In 5 words or less, describe your brand. I can go first. I'm ready.
You go first, yeah.
So for my artwork specifically, it's the feminine edge. That's it. Which I've been told that. Shout out to Ian for that, by the way. It's stuck with me. Okay? We love you.
What was the question?
In 5 words or less, describe your brand. Mine's the feminine edge, because my art, hella femme.
Brand identity, visual storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is my brand.
What about you?
Oh, brand identity through a visual storytelling.
You know, honestly, I've been asking myself that recently.
I love that. Explore it.
Because the whole branding thing is relatively new to me. So I'll have to get back to you on that.
Cool. I love that.
I'll have to get back to you on that.
I'll hit you up next week. Just kidding.
Right. You do that, honey.
I will.
Okay, who's next?
And
It was your turn.
I was just
actually, it's your turn. I did Chat GPT.
I just did mine.
Was it?
I did
Did
the
I
big
make
one.
that mistake?
Oh, whoops! You guys caught that?
My bad.
This episode is brought to you by Martini Mates. Can't be bothered to make your own cocktails? Try Martini Mates ready-to-drink cocktails. It's veteran-owned, dairy-free, gluten-free, and hassle-free. Scan the QR code to get a location near you. Cheers, mate. Oh, this is a good one. What we got? What we got?
Okay, episode 7, Christian Thread Grill. What is your creative process, and how do you make sure that your creative process is successful? What is your creative process, and how do you make sure it is successful? My creative process involves a great deal of crying.
Hey, we're not talking about mine.
Drinking, a little self-shaming in the mirror.
You know, it's not supposed to be painful, right? It's supposed to be happy to be creative.
You're saying painful. It's humbling.
Humbling, okay.
No. In all honesty, it's very difficult for me to explain because my creative process starts with. It's almost like I see little flashes of stuff. We talked about this
Earlier today, right?
yeah,
You're talking about like clairvoyance.
the Atlas show.
Oh yeah.
Remember the Atlas show when I told you no, it's not important that I go. It's important that you go.
Yeah.
And then you came back and you told me everything that happened. Then it's like that. I see little flashes, so I have to see the little flashes, and then I write down everything that I see.
Yeah.
And I have to take it from there.
You guys want a quick story time in regards to that? So that was for the Atlas show. We had a really long week because we filmed on Central the week before, and then we were at the Scottsdale for Art Week for 4 days straight.
Pretty much.
That was a lot. I mean, we love the events, but it was a
great.
lot. It was great. It was exhausting, and we went a whole week of trying to keep everything going, trying to strategize. So it's been a really long week for us. And that day, it was the Atlas show.
The weekend after.
Yeah, weekend after, Madison was working the show for backstage. You know,
Love you guys.
Shout out to Atlas.
Yeah.
And Michael and I were just like, you know what? I think we need a break. Like, we're just gonna chill. But then halfway through the day, Michael was like, you know what? We need to be there. Something's telling me we need to be there. I'm like, all right. All you gotta tell me is just you're having one of those moments, and I'm not gonna ask questions. If you have that gut feeling,
Just go.
yeah, let's go. Unfortunately, we only had one ticket, so I was elected to go, and sure enough,
No, it wasn't like that. That wasn't what it, no. I was going to buy my ticket.
oh yeah,
I was going to
yeah.
buy my ticket.
Yep,
And there was no more tickets available.
sold
They
out.
sold out.
It sold out. Yeah.
And I said, well, it's not important that I go. It's important that you go.
And sure enough, we're at the show, and guess who I end up sitting next to? It was Logan, who is basically the founder, creator, the director of Atlas.
Yeah, he was the creator and executive director of Atlas. Shout out to Logan. He's
Shout out to
the one.
Logan. Great show, by the way.
I don't know you, Logan, but
It's a great show. Great show.
No, I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah,
So
it was a great show.
it was
and
kind
a
of
wonderful spot on the news also.
crazy.
I saw
Yeah.
that. I saw that.
Crystal, yeah.
So I will definitely attest to the fact that when you have those creative moments, that intuition that something's like, I think we need to do X, Y, and Z. It's just like,
Lean in.
lean into it. Trust. I think that's also a lesson for all of us and anybody. Is like when you get a certain gut feeling, trust your gut. Lean into
Trust
it.
your gut.
Trust your gut. Your gut is telling you something that you might not consciously perceive, but it knows it's picking up on some type of signal.
It's taken a little while to learn how to trust that.
It's a weird feeling.
Yeah,
It is.
Very
It is.
strange feeling.
It is.
it took me a while to learn that too.
Yeah.
And I'll say, whenever for me, it's never steered me wrong.
Yeah.
Trust my gut. My gut's like, yeah, it's telling me this. I don't know why, but I'm going to do it.
Y'all weird. I just always do it. I'm like, yeah, all right, let's go. Okay. All right. My turn again. Give me something easy, please.
There's no
Probably
such
not.
thing.
Not for me.
Those ones are not easy.
Huh, take a drink.
Manifestation.
At its finest.
Really?
We'll join you on that. Cheers, mate.
I
Oh,
trust in the universe. I trust my gut. You see?
I went down the wrong pipe. Oh.
Oh, that was too good.
Rewarding.
All right.
You better fix that in edits, by the way.
No, everything's staying. What are you talking about? We don't edit nothing. Real moments.
Real talk.
Real talk.
Real creatives.
Hi, bitch. Really?
If y'all don't hear from me again, you know why. If I get replaced. Draw again all three answer. So basically, what this means is that whatever I draw next, all three of us have to answer this question. Are you guys ready?
We ball. Let's go.
Dramatic. Cue the drum roll.
I'm not doing that.
I'm telling you, if you get a Hollywood question, I'm going to punch you in the head. I swear I will. I have a bottle sitting right here.
How do we play this? Uno reverse. Choose your victim.
So you gotta save that, I guess.
I think I'll save this. Yeah. Because this doesn't apply to the previous one.
Well, that should go back in the pot.
Michael's waiting to draw that himself. I'm fine with that.
All right.
We're going to shake it up.
One wants to stay honest in these things.
Oh.
Oh, this is a good one.
Oh.
So this is a question from Russ from 9 the Gallery. What/when was the last time a piece of art made you feel something? What did it make you feel? Now go out and feel that.
I mean, I can't do it right now, but I will say what it was.
What were you feeling?
I mean, I look at quite a bit of art, and there were these moss statues at the James Jacques gallery at Scott Safari Art Week, and like, first of all, I wanted to pet them, but you can't do that. But there are these moss children that all look really kind of peaceful, or they're in the moment. You kind of just want to sit there and look at them, and for all my anime fans, it reminded me kind of this scene in Castle in the Sky when they go to Laputa finally, and they find the robot with all the overgrown stuff. So yeah, it's what it reminded me of. But I just kind of wanted to sit there and inspect them and look at them and just kind of go like, huh. Like, why? Because, like, you kind of wonder, like, why moss? Why this? Because that means it's stopped in a moment in time and it's been grown over. Meaning, whatever moment that these children are in, it's a moment that was captured and grown constantly. So, like, I just sat there and I was like, huh, I really like that. So, I take that inspiration into, like, a lot of, like, planning my own stuff right now, for sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Great artwork. We love
Great artwork. Go check them out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I need to find the artist's name. There was a lot of art there. Okay, guys. It was great. What about you guys?
How about you?
The last time it was at Ferrari Scottsdale Art Week, and it was at the Toulouse-Lautrec Gallery, mm-hmm. And it was a piece by Toulouse-Lautrec, and I've never been to Paris. No. I certainly know who Toulouse-Lautrec is, but there was something about it that just made me feel like wanting to go home.
Mm. That's powerful, actually. Yeah.
It made me want to go home. Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago.
Which part of Chicago?
West Side. Just want to be Wrigleyville, Boys Town.
All right, Jeff.
Actually, can I extend on that a little bit? What is it about home that you miss the most right now?
Food.
I know, right? Chicago food is phenomenal.
Well, of course, my nephew Michael.
Oh.
Too.
My
Cute.
nephew.
That's cute.
My
It
nephew
is.
Michael.
Yeah.
I know you didn't want that answer, did you? No.
No, it's great though. It's to the heart.
No.
I just wasn't. I wasn't expecting that. It was a little too heartfelt.
No, no. You have to understand
Just
my
joking.
my nephew Michael. That
Yeah.
Mike Drew. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
My nephew.
And just for a side note, you do talk about your nephew a lot, so there's definitely a lot of love there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I just want your nephew to know that.
For real.
You are
Yeah.
loved.
Uncle loves you, man.
We hear a lot.
Yeah.
Hear a lot. So careful, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying
He's
to be a
told-
real one.
Yeah. He's told all the stories.
You know, moving on.
Okay, for me, I'm going to give actually multiple answers on this because I think there's a few pieces of art that has really stood out to me in the past few years. One I think I'm going to say is Dimitra Milan. She is an artist in Arizona. This was probably like 5-6 years ago. I think she was probably 17 at the time when I first saw her art at an event I was working. And it was this piece of artwork that was at this private residence. And it spoke to me because her use of color it was something I've never really seen. But the moment I saw it, like I couldn't look away. Like I was just so connected. I think to this moment, I still don't fully know why her work in general does that to me. And I don't fully know why. Like it's just a blend of colors. Everybody check her out, Dimitra Milan. I've never met her, but I love her work. But yeah, it just speaks to me, and I genuinely don't understand why. I genuinely don't. A second part to that is the Nine in the Gallery piece. The same one that is your favorite is the same one that is my favorite as well. With the Statue of Liberty burning
The whole damn thing down.
Yeah, everything that represents America, it's like the Statue of Liberty itself was burning it down.
What was
Right.
using kind of the grip of the torch?
Yeah, on
That's
freedom and within
Cultural melting and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
and then I think if I remember correctly, within that piece there are so many elements that are part of the culture of American society that is being burned away, right? Being destroyed.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah,
Next time we're there, maybe Russ and
Sean?
Sean will let us do some kind of thing.
yeah.
I just think that's a very, very powerful piece.
Yeah.
Really, really do.
And I remember when I saw it instantly, I was like, whoa.
Both of them were like so encouraged by it. And I was like, I'll take a look at it soon. I'm doing other things right now.
Right.
Then I get over there and I'm like, oh, this. Yeah.
Yeah, she broke it apart
Yeah.
as she does. But it was even the colors of it, the
Yes.
copper, the metallics, the bronze, everything. I was just like, wow, I can't, like,
You
it
don't
just,
look away.
I
don't
couldn't
look
look
away.
away from it. Yeah.
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 there was that. And then there was a third piece that I wanted to kind of emphasize. I had it for a second.
He said he wanted to emphasize it. I don't know. What do you know? What?
Well, never mind then.
Well, yeah. Okay.
It might come back to me later. I had thought about it and then I forgot, but it might be in the Martini Mates. All right, continue.
Oh, wow. Your turn?
Good.
Your turn.
Oh.
Not mine. It's not good.
The Artist Archive podcast is brought to you by Curry Fragrance. Curry Fragrance is the fragrance that embodies the delicate balance of clean freshness and timeless femininity. For the woman who radiates effortless grace, understated elegance, and quiet luxury, Curry Fragrance is your signature scent. It's more than a fragrance, it's a reflection.
I don't know.
Oh, how nice.
Oh, God.
Draw again. Other archivers answer.
Oh, great.
Cute. All right, I'm ready.
I'm
We
ready.
both.
Let's go. Michael's really looking forward to that one.
Well, you know. Ooh. Episode 5. Orlando. How do you see yourself? And who do you want to be?
Oh, God.
Let's get into it. How I see myself generally is like I'm kind of contained chaos 90% of the time. And basically how I break it down, and I actually have a zine on this, it's called Somewhat of Me. There's like different versions of me that kind of just are dependent on the mood and the things around in my life that are happening and stuff like that. Sometimes like the I hate realism girl or gremlin girl or the moody one, or it feels like me. You know, and I portray that actually a lot in my art. So how I see myself is kind of that. I think the only thing I wish is like, I don't know, I wish I wasn't as messy. Like, girl, put your act together.
That's real.
Put your act together, man.
Just lean into the messy part. Trust me on that.
I don't think you want that. Have you seen my car?
Girl,
Seen my car?
life just gets easier. We
Have you seen my trunk?
There's a method to the madness, okay? It's just part of the process.
I'll say so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely see myself as more that, and I've become a lot more accepting of that recently, where it's like, what I tell a lot of people when I care about them is like, I love who you have been, I love who you are, and I love who you will be. And I've been trying really hard to also use that for myself right now. Because it's really important to be really reflective and appreciative of who you have been, even when you're at your worst. Because that is still a part of you that's really important to know. And you shouldn't be so afraid of it constantly, because it's one of the most teaching moments to know yourself at the rawest. So, you know, love who you have been and who you are and who you will be. And because you're only going to keep going into more of who you are as long as you're willing to do it. So, yeah.
I don't like that I have to follow that. That was powerful, though.
Yeah.
That's good.
Don't worry, Jeff. We've got you another one. It's right here.
Just pour, shake, pour.
Go ahead.
Okay, so remind me the question. It is
Orlando's question is, how do you see yourself and who do you want to be?
how do you see yourself? Who do you want to be? How do I see myself?
Do you want to ruminate on it?
A little bit. I mean,
I'll expand while you ruminate on like kind of who I want to be. It's important to me as an individual and as a person is that I am saying things that I truly believe in, and I'm not afraid to say it. And I think it's important that what I have to say is important, because I'm the type of person that I'm not going to say anything unless I overthink it over 5 times. So, you know, it means that what I am saying is important, and I'm not going to let you not hear it. So I think it's important for me, the person who I really want to be is just, I don't know, say it with your chest, don't be scared.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, I got Mother at War in the bag, so it's only going to get more. So yeah.
I think for me, in terms of the first part is, how do I see myself?
Yep.
I think I see myself as someone who is always trying to push the boundaries for more. I think for myself, I know what I can do, and I know what I'm about, and I know what the direction I want to go. Mm-hmm. So I'm always pushing towards that. And I think for myself, I struggle with not being, to get kind of really deep, I think I struggle with finding the right tribe who share that vision. Mm-hmm. And I think a big part of me, in terms of what I've been doing for the past 5+ years, is finding that right tribe. In terms of building a community, building people who genuinely just want to grow together. And I think I see myself as that person that if that doesn't exist and there's a lack of that, I need to be that person that takes lead to build that. And yeah, I don't know where to go with that, but it's I definitely see myself as someone who is constantly pushing for that goal. And what was the second part of that?
Who do you want to be?
Who do you want to be?
I think I just want to be me.
Facts. As you should.
I just want to be me.
I bet nobody else wants to be you.
I want to be. No one else can be me. Fuck everyone else. You ain't me. Only I can be me.
Down.
Yeah. Everyone else is just trying to be me.
No,
They
I
just
get
tried
that.
to be you. Okay.
I get that a lot.
Okay.
Actually, it's just
Yeah.
I just want to be me. That's a hard thing to do.
And I
You
think,
just want to be
yeah.
you and everybody else is trying to.
I don't know about that.
all jokes aside.
Hey guys, I don't recommend it.
All jokes aside, I think I'm just trying to be me, and I think I have a tendency to put too much on my shoulders of trying to reach other people's expectations to a point where I'm no longer being true to myself. And I think my goal and objective for the next, I don't know, year, 2 years is to shed myself of those burdens that I feel like I have to carry and really just be me. Because at the end of the day, none of that's my responsibility. I know my direction. I know my purpose. I know what I'm here for. So it's about time I start doing that.
Right? I get that.
Right?
I get the feeling.
I don't know if that genuinely answers the question, but
I think it answers the question.
I think that gives a pretty good insight of where I am in terms of my life and my mentality.
Oh.
And everyone's silent. I'm comfortable because I feel like that was very
No,
raw.
it's a really great answer. I think finding the people that, for me, finding people who understand you is actually a lot harder to do
Yeah,
because acceptance is actually a lot harder to find.
that's true.
So, it's admirable you're still going after that. Shout out to Kato.
So, okay, I'm still going.
But what I'm trying to say is what a lot of people do is that they abandon that very quickly and they're okay with settling for just whatever they're gonna do. Or there's a terrible mentality of people will just come find me. And that's not how it works all the time. You have to also be finding other people that understand you and putting yourself out there countless times is one of the most exhausting things that anyone can do. So,
Agreed.
no, you're doing good.
Appreciate that. Yeah. And I'll also say this: I will never settle for mediocrity.
Don't.
Never.
Don't.
And I will never allow the people around me to settle for mediocrity.
The real
Because I know we're the real ones. We're here just going up. Still going.
Always grinding.
Yeah. Always grinding.
Always. Always.
Okay.
Anyway,
It was my turn.
before we go any further, can I get one of the other Martini Mates that's in the fridge?
Passion fruit.
Oh, we'll try passion fruit.
Yeah, I want to try one of those too. Is there one
Thanks,
there?
RJ.
I know, right? So
Bartender?
quick pause as we stock on some Martini Mates.
Serving wench. Serving wench.
Bend over. Just kidding.
Way too much fun at ours Archive Podcast.
That's the real ones.
Real ones. As our serving wench
RJ.
does her job.
Oh my god.
There we go. There we go.
Thank you.
Passion fruit.
Passion fruit. You want the... Yeah, we'll get rid of the...
Lemon chillu.
Thank you.
Thank you, serving wench.
Thanks.
Thank you, serving wench.
So earlier I was having the espresso martini. Now I'm doing passion fruit.
Someone get me now.
But I want passion.
Just share.
Please.
Just share.
Sharing is caring. Fine, I'll care.
Have you ever seen Violet share?
No.
Where do you think she got it from?
Maybe your life. Just kidding.
All right, I'll do lemon drop.
He's going to get you another one.
He's gonna do a cool, refreshing lemon drop.
Lemon drop.
Never mind.
Not shaking it. Pour, shake, pour.
But it says shake, pour, enjoy.
This one's different.
Yes, this.
Shake it.
I'm
No,
good.
you're not
Okay,
shaking
mine's
it.
pour. All right, I'm good.
That's fine. Yeah. No,
I got him. He's
Thank you,
going
RJ.
to do the lemon drop.
this is definitely going to bloopers right now because we're just real time fun.
Saying you gotta shake your colorful drinks the right way.
It's in the wrist, you know.
So many comments to that, but
Look at that control.
yep. All right.
Gotta shake it again.
Well, yeah.
There it is. Yeah.
This is just a side note on my end. I generally do love Martini Mates. One of our sponsors, Billy, he's awesome.
Jeffrey, it's all
So
about
fun.
serving a good head. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
After
Dark.
It's not even dark yet.
All right. So where did that leave us off at?
I'm about to grab a question myself.
Probably about to get banned from TikTok.
Right. Oh, we can't air it on TikTok. We're drinking.
All right, guys. Take a drink.
Oh. Cute.
Cheers.
Cute.
They're stealing my catchphrases, guys.
It's on me now, right?
Yo.
All right.
There's only one I do not want to.
What is it?
Take a spritz. So this means
Yes,
our
yes,
other
yes,
favorite
yes.
sponsor,
Yes.
Curry Fragrance.
Behind you.
Behind you.
Spray it up.
Oh, so how does Curry Fragrance go? I know we had a whole blurb on it, but
Girl, it's
the best for feminine elegance.
it is
That's
for
right.
something.
Oh, God.
It's
Whatever,
more than
Mary.
a
Perfume up.
fragrance.
Let me embrace my feminine elegance.
Be beautiful.
Be real.
Be
Make
beautiful.
sure you get some on the jacket because the jacket's mine and I really like the way that smells.
I'm doing
Down.
this. I'm doing this for Michael. Ooh. Oh, that does smell really good.
My mom wears it.
Seriously.
Actually, it is a really nice fragrance.
It's
Jennifer,
it is a
Please
nice-
make candles too. I will cry. Please make candles.
I smell good.
Yeah,
It smells fantastic over here now.
Yeah, seriously.
The rose. Oh,
That feminine. Oof.
it's good.
Clean but not overbearing.
Yeah.
It's just
Sounds good.
I dig it. No, it's yeah. I do love Curry Fragrance.
We love you.
Jeffrey, you can use that. Yeah, because I wear that jacket to work all the time.
Michael.
Again, shout out. Thank you, Jennifer. Curry
The
Fragrance.
one I don't want is still in there, isn't it?
You better hope for Uno reverse.
You do have a get out free jail card.
I do, don't I?
I think if even get out jail free card, at least one of us should still answer it.
Yes.
But this ain't it.
Oh, okay.
What is it? It's Uno reverse.
Uno reverse, choose your victim.
Oh.
All right.
But then
Draw
you
one.
draw one, yeah.
So,
Square up.
Reverse it.
We're ready.
well, there's only two.
If I get
Oh,
Hollywood's
wow.
all right. Let's go.
Let's do this one.
It's Hollywood's.
It's the one I didn't want.
Ah.
Lucky you.
All right. Who's answering?
Oh,
Me. Yeah. Oh, overthinking. Whoa, what?
I'll take it myself.
Oh.
So just so the listeners know what just happened, Michael just ripped up his Uno reverse, right?
I'll take it myself.
Yeah.
Do it.
Taking the question.
Yeah, I'll take it myself. I'll explain to you both off camera.
Okay, yeah.
So Hollywood, who was episode 2, and he was our very, very first guest. And Hollywood's question was, if you were to go back in time and change one thing you know you should not have done, what would that one thing be? And how do you think your life would be now?
Pause real quick. Can we extend the timer so that it doesn't go off?
Oh,
Thank you.
wow, we're up. So, okay.
All right.
No, go continue.
Answer.
One thing I know I should not have done. I'm very, very, very proud to say that I have lived my life in a way that I've never purposely hurt anyone.
Yeah.
But that is not to say that I've never done anything really, really bad. And I did something that was highly illegal. And which is why I won't tell you what it is.
Past the statute of limitations.
Yeah, it probably is.
But don't.
Do we want to try that?
Yeah.
We're not going to run
not gonna
that
go there,
risk, even though your father is an attorney.
Oh yeah, right. Which means you have a defender already. So.
I mean, he practiced that law.
I don't think that it would change my life very much. It would just be something that's always bothered me.
It's like in the back of your psyche type.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be cleared off.
Does it still
Would you?
gnaw at you?
It doesn't even gnaw at me. It's just something. Well, fuck it. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, would you be willing to elaborate on that
Yeah,
without
fuck it,
going
I'll
into
just
some
tell you.
details of
Okay.
what happened?
So I was living in Florida. As she looks up, what? I was in Orlando, and
our lovely project,
Our
our social media manager Avery is from Orlando, Florida.
is from Orlando.
Recently moved here to Arizona.
And my second marriage crashed and burned. And Chris went out for a Pepsi and a pack of cigarettes, and I never saw him again.
Oh,
And the person that we were living with at the time, I didn't realize how Chris was paying the rent, shall we say.
Oh, I see.
So I got tossed out too. I had no place to go. I had no job, no car, no money, nothing.
Wow.
And I stole a car, and I lived out of the back of it.
oh,
And I
wow.
went to day labor. And I lived out of the back of this car, and I went to day labor.
Wow.
And I just got through it. When I no longer needed the car, I took it to a detailer, and I had it detailed, and I parked it somewhere knowing that eventually it would get back to whoever it was had it. It's always bothered me that I did that. I didn't do it out of maliciousness. I did it out of need.
Survival.
But it's always
Survival,
bothered
yeah.
me that I did that because it's very, very much against the moral code that I live by.
Yeah,
Personally, thank you for sharing that.
yeah.
It's a lot, to say, but survive.
That's-
Get it
That was, yeah.
where
it's
it was.
Yeah, it is what it is. It was what it was. But it's one of those things that's just always bothered me that I did that. Would it change my life? No. Do I think that I handled it as best as I think anybody possibly can? Yes. But
Yeah.
I'm just not proud of it.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Better to acknowledge it.
Yeah. And to be aware of how it actually genuinely makes you feel,
Yes.
I think that's deeper than most people actually go. They just do it and they don't think twice about it.
Yeah, sure did.
Let's take a swig.
Let's take a swig. I actually like that question a lot. Can I open it up to us as well?
I took
I don't
it.
know about that.
I
'cause
took it because I probably know what you two. I didn't know if you wanted to go there. So that's why I tore it out.
Yeah, I'd be willing to. But
That's up to you.
wait, do you throw it back in here?
No, no football.
Oh. Which I appreciate you, by the way. But I do think like this question actually will tell people a lot about us and is how we view certain things. It opens up a lot of
Yeah,
a lot of us.
one thing, I don't know if I change anything.
Yeah, it was just one of the things
Yeah.
that I did that it's just always bothered me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
One thing I could change.
I think I got away with it because I didn't do it because I was like,
Oh, yeah, I do have something. I wish that the day before I left for California after I got back from my choir trip in 2019 that I spent more time with my brother-in-law because the next day he suddenly passed away. So basically, little background. 2019 was one of the hardest years for my family and probably of my life so far. I had gotten back from my choir tour in Colorado, and we were gonna go to California the next day to see my grandmother who had cancer at the time. And my brother-in-law, 18, also photographer, really young, had my nephew, all that. He picked me up from the airport. He chose not to hug me to give, other people time with me, which I wish he did, but he didn't. But I wish I spent more time with him, and I was so tired from choir and so exhausted and pregnant at the time, and I didn't know that yet. But I wish I spent more time with him because literally the next morning he suddenly started convulsing in his sleep and suddenly just passed away. So I wish I spent more time with him that day before, the hours before. I wish I did that. Because ever since my sister and him had an interesting relationship, and when he came back into our lives, I wish I just spent more time with him. Genuinely, because he's one of the people that have really shaped my life in a lot of ways. Yeah. So I wish I could change that, and it doesn't change anything now, and I'm not mad at myself that I didn't do it. But it's one thing I wish I had more of. This is that.
yeah, that
Just more time.
wouldn't change my life. Wouldn't, just one of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's harder.
Wish there was more time.
Just more time with him. Literally just hours.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. No, thank you for sharing that. It's a lot. All right, for me, this is actually a very tough question for me to answer because something we'll probably explore later on in future episodes. I have had a very interesting past in the sense that I've done things that I'm not proud of and things that are not necessarily the best. But I struggle with the idea of whether I would change them because I may not like what I did. I may not like what I was a part of. I may not like the outcome of it and how many people it negatively impacted and how many people it may have hurt, right? And that includes family, that includes everyone that was part of that process. But I also know deep down in my core that if it was not for me having to go through that, I would not be the person I am today.
Yep.
Right? So we'll get into this in probably a future episode. But I was involved in something that I'm not proud of, but it has been a huge part of what shaped me into what I am today. And it's a big part of why I say I have no other option. The question earlier of what is your why? This is a big part of my why because I have no alternative options. I have to strive for my own success. And everything I learned through that experience from the past of what I did has prepped me for where I am now and giving me the strength and the resources, understanding, knowledge, insight to do what I need to do. I'm a stronger person now because of all that. So having to go back and think about these type of questions, it's I wish I could change what happened because of the negative impact and who it affected. But at the same time, I know I can't. But I also know I wouldn't be where I am and as strong as a person if it wasn't for those situations. And I wish there was a way where I could have got to where I am now without having that situation happen.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that's where I am with these type of questions. It's it's not a concrete yes or no.
Yeah.
Because there is no one without the other.
Yep.
Okay, enough of this damn therapy.
Okay, let's go.
Next.
Oh, so my question is from great. It's from Sean from the Nine Gallery. Is what is holding you back? Me and my brain. Chronic overthinker. I want everything to go the way it's supposed to in my brain, and I don't even know if it's fear. I just need to do it. Like, get myself together and just do it and get out there. And I think the scariest step for me is that once it's out there, and I can't necessarily take it back. And it's funny, for someone who really wants to be a person that says things fully, I have a hard time saying it fully. So what's holding me back is me, quite frankly. So the only thing I can do right now is take the jump, take the leap into the next thing. And once I do it, I know y'all should be afraid. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all should be afraid. Because once I'm out, ain't no way of putting me back in.
Yep.
Nope.
I'll say this. What this person is capable of, whew, y'all have no idea. We know. But y'all?
Nah. I mean, I'm like, nah. Thank you, RJ.
Fuck
But
around,
yeah,
find out.
no, I'm holding me back because I think I have to part ways with things that means that's no longer a part of me, and that's probably a part of me that, I'm scared to let go of. And once I let go of it, I change the person I am, and that's a scary new thing for a person that's had a really hard time finding herself, especially after my brother-in-law's passing, becoming a new mom. It's so disorienting, and it's so a lot. It was a lot, and finally you're like, okay, now I have to part with that. That's what do you mean? You know what I mean? I already worked so hard, I have to do it again. That's a lot. So the only thing that's holding me back is me. And once I decide, all right, it's over. It's over.
Honey, I have some bad news for you.
What?
The second you get it figured out,
I don't know.
the second you know exactly who and or what is looking at you in the mirror, it is going to change.
Well, yeah.
I'm
Change is
so
inevitable.
sorry.
And I think what's hard for me is that when you have an identity crisis and stuff like that, and not knowing what you are, the only thing you know is change. So when you finally feel, oh, I'm this, that's what you're looking for in stability and stuff like that. So when you start to use words, and what happens to a lot of people with depression and identity issues is that they cling on to a lot of the negativity. So that happens a lot more for me sometimes. So for me is once I finally let that go, I'm good. But that means I have to let go what feels like what I know the most. And that's the hardest. And that's why, loving yourself is very important to me right now. That's what we're going to do. So yeah, live, laugh, love. Change is inevitable. I am just contained chaos that forms into the next.
Right, honey. I could not agree with you more. Live, laugh, poison.
Poison, oh. That's a good one. Can I put that on a shirt?
Right?
That's what she said, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Future merch on the way.
But yeah, your turn.
I think
Is that one of the last? Are we at the last question?
I think there's one more.
No. That was the one I tossed back in there.
Oh.
We're at the end,
That
folks.
was the one that you answered
Wow.
that question, too.
What is this question?
No, the one that she just answered.
Which was
What's holding you back?
What's holding
What's holding you back, Jeff?
That's a good question. What is holding me back? Actually, I think that this ties into a lot of what I've been dealing with lately. I think what's been holding me back is my self-doubt in myself. I've been, for the past few years, I've been relying very heavily on working with others who I feel like I need to really grow and propel what I'm doing. And I think it wasn't until this year when I realized, why am I having to work with others, collaborate, rely on others to really push something forward when I can do it? When you have the capability to do it yourself, Why? Just do it. So I think for me, this question is like, what's holding me back now? Nothing, only because I finally reached that point where I'm like, I'm not letting anything hold me back. Like maybe a year ago, it was myself. But now it's like, no one. I'm going.
Still going.
I'm just going. No one can tell me nothing. No one can accuse me of anything. No one can try to minimize me. No one can try to say, you can't do that. You're not capable of that. It's like,
That's funny.
bet. That's funny. That's funny. You really don't know me at all. So I think it's really just realizing what yourself you're capable of and just leaning fully into it.
Leaning into yourself.
Leaning into yourself. So right now, my answer to that is nothing. Not anymore. Not anymore.
Oh, I can comment on it is what I'm making room.
Yeah. What are your comments? Ooh, people got comments?
You know, attaching yourself to other people to grow often leads you down to attaching yourself to people that don't have your best interest. So my thing is to all creatives out there, the people who care about you, whether that's work and all of that, want to grow alongside you. They don't want to grow you. They want to grow alongside you because you both are individuals.
Yes.
Whatever you choose to do is on you. And that's it. And once you realize that, evaluate people around you. And if they don't have can't respect who you are as an individual and don't put you first or put what you actually as an individual need, which looks different for everyone, that's when you get to decide what to do.
Yeah.
So, that's my comment on that, is that when you're around people that, know that you want to grow, sometimes they like to really take advantage of that. And it's unfortunately really normalized in our industry.
It really is. And I can attest to that 100%.
Yeah.
You have to align with yourself. And I think that goes into my comment earlier about finding the right tribe. The right tribe is people who want to grow with you, not grow through you.
Not through you, not for you. It's all about alongside and be able to respect each other all as individuals and knowing that that's the growth that person needs. And that's it. And that looks different for everyone, and it's hard. Not everyone's going to be quote unquote on the same level as you, whatever. But if you have faith in a person and trust them, then do it.
Do it.
Hi.
Facts.
How are you?
See Michael thinking about that a little bit.
Sit him.
I have faith in no one.
Hey. You faith in this? Just
No, that's not true. No, what you said is actually very, very true. Of all the guests that we had, the one, and the one comment, I was telling you this today, I think it was, or yesterday, Christian, don't do projects that don't align with your brand. I gotta say, Christian kid, I gotta give it to you. It was the simplest message in the world, but the best. Thank you. Simplest message ever, but the best.
Yeah.
Don't do things that don't align with your brand. Because it's very hard to say no.
Yeah.
It is. Because you don't want to be that guy.
That missed the opportunity. Yeah, no. It's real.
Yeah, you don't want to be them. So.
That's good. Powerful.
But.
Christian dropping some fire advice.
Exactly, but it's okay to say no.
Yeah.
It was like when Christian said that, for me, it was almost like
Wow.
It's okay for you to. It was like a license to say no when he said it.
No,
I don't know how to explain that. Sometimes you just need to hear somebody tell you, you know what, it's okay for you to say no.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was what it was for me.
Yeah.
So I love that kid.
Yeah. No, Christian's amazing.
Yeah.
The ticket.
So we gone through all the questions. Definitely love this episode for our season finale. After all these questions provided by the guests. And everyone who's watching this and watching the episodes, please definitely consider the questions that have been asked by our guests and really evaluate yourself as well. These questions have helped us grow and really get to understand ourselves better. And I think it can only help everyone else as well. And if you want, share your insights, share your thoughts. We'd love to hear from our viewers, from the community.
Absolutely.
The network that we're building right now. Any other final thoughts for everyone?
Thank you guys for supporting the whole season.
Yeah.
You stuck around, and that's a lot more than what a lot of people do.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you guys
Really,
a lot.
to the guests, to the
Sponsors, to
Russ and Sean and
Huge
Jan,
shout
the
outs.
gallery. Man, thank you guys so much.
You guys saw the vision, and then we have Martini Mates, Billy, amazing. Someone I've had the pleasure.
Jennifer, Curry Fragrance. You got
thank you.
really
Truly,
thank you.
You guys are doing great
Ferrari
things.
Scottsdale Arts. Are we
Scott's
On
for our week,
Central.
yeah, and on Central.
on Central? Tracy Thomas.
Yeah, definitely watch the coverage videos to get kind of view of what those events were like, because we had a great time and we hope we were able to share what it was like to be there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then to finish off, thanking all the guests who are willing to be part of this journey.
Yeah, and we definitely want to thank you, the subscribers and the people that have hit like, share, and subscribe over the past couple of months. Thank you a million times over. We hope that you've enjoyed what we've done, and we hope that we've entertained and educated a little bit. And we know Jeff brings. Oops.
Oh my God. Season finale.
Woo! And that's how you wrap that shit up.
But seriously, guys, thank you. And thank you to our team that supports us, our editors, social media, everything. Keeping it going.
Yep.
Thank you.
Avery. Guys.
Thank you.
Avery,
RJ.
Nani, RJ, Tuna,
Tuna.
Tuna,
Ren. We love you
Ren.
guys.
But yeah.
And other people that we've met along the way.
Thank you. And we're excited to wrap up the season and excited for what we can bring to everybody for season 2. It's coming.
Guys.
Stay tuned, y'all.
Bye.
Cheers, mates. Let's go. And that's a wrap.
There we go. All right, we're good.